So today I am taking a moment on one of my random threads to talk about something that I saw in a Facebook post by a friend. They had posted a billboard from a church, sort of those little things that people have outside their churches that said, "Faith triumphs over facts." And then they had posted it with just like one comment, "Thoughts?" ? And it had garnered just a ton of attention from their friends. And it got me thinking, faith triumphs over facts. Obviously that created a ton of problems for people because people really like facts, and it seems crazy to people that you would mess with the notion of facts being important or relevant, which I think hopefully most of us could understand. And you know, I also come from the church world, obviously, and so I was thinking about it. I was like, well, what were those people probably referencing? And I figured, you know, based on the name of the church that I could see in the background, it's likely that they were referencing healing, right? That if we were to get a grim diagnosis, that we would still pray for healing and we would believe for that healing. And obviously, like, people have prayed for healing and not seen that happen. And so sometimes the facts have won, so to speak. But I thought, you know, it's part of the problem is the juxtaposition of faith and facts as if it has to be one or the other. And the more that I thought about it, I just felt like, is not my faith somehow based on facts in some kind of a way? Experiential facts, perhaps, but not always. And so, you know, I think as I've gone throughout my day thinking about this, one of the things that has come to mind was like when my knee was healed. Actually, it was actually healing. So, you know, sort of at the end of my pregnancy and then after having a baby, I was in a ton of pain in one of my knees. And I mean, like, it was hard to get out of the car. It was hard to get up off the floor. I would often ask for help, and you know, I would go downstairs saying, "Help me, Jesus, help me, Jesus, help me, Jesus." So it was painful. And I got prayer a number of times, actually. And some people who like didn't necessarily have faith for healing, they would pray for me and then suggest that I, you know, go for physical therapy. And I just felt like, I don't want to go for physical therapy. So I prayed for healing anyways. And eventually, and there were some weird experiences, like I prayed for healing and I would feel like this weird watery feeling going through my knee. I thought, what is that? That's so bizarre. And then the time that we prayed and it stopped happening, it was actually like Halloween and we were running a class and I prayed for healing and then we ran off to another meeting. And it was actually like 2 weeks later when I realized I haven't like cried out in excruciating pain in a couple of weeks. I feel better. And this had been going on for a couple of years. And, you know, I couldn't work out. Like there was just no way for me to do these normal things in my life because it hurt. And so 2 weeks goes by and I realized I haven't asked for help or felt any pain. I think I'm better, but it happened like without fanfare, which kind of goes against the things that healing ministries sometimes teach, right? But it has always stuck with me. There is no reason for why my knee would have spontaneously gotten better. It having been 2 years that it was like that, being that I couldn't work out, I couldn't do like the normal things that people suggested one do to feel better. I just couldn't do any of that stuff. All I did was pray, which feels like fact, right? Like my faith feels a little bit built on a fact. Like here's my facts, here's my truth. So I don't know. And then I think even scientifically, it has seemed that I see more and more people writing about how there's no reason for these things to be separate. Why can't these things be together? So people that are writing about scientific theories and how they play into spiritual ideas. And so I don't know. I'm going to turn it back out to all of you. I'm interested in the same way that this friend of mine just wrote thoughts, ? What are your thoughts? Like, do these things have to be separate, faith and facts, or can they somehow live together? I'm interested to hear what others think. So feel free to utilize those comment sections, and thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you later.